Hello, good morning, everyone. How are you today? I wish all of you stay in good health. Today, we're going to continue to study Eightfold Path. Now, I would like to discuss right mindfulness with you. Right mindfulness, in my understanding, is very essential for all Buddhists. And also, I think it's also for everyone, even non-Buddhists. We need to have right mindfulness in order to enhance our happiness, in order to develop positive thinking and practices. What is the meaning of mindfulness? According to the book of Mahayana, Five Skandhas, in this book, it says mindfulness means we are able to remember previous experiences. And yesterday, I had done something. And today, I still remember it. A while ago, I said something. Now, I'm still able to remember those words. So, be able to remember something we said, something we have done, that is the ability of mindfulness. So, mindfulness is very important for us because without memory, if we cannot remember things, how can we learn? How can we improve ourselves? So this is the first thought that I wanted to share with you. Secondly, what's wrong with our minds? Why sometimes we're not mindful? Okay. In my understanding, I feel we always thinking on something. Okay. We feel we can remember something, but sometimes we can easily forget things we learned, we read, or we saw. So sometimes we may not be able to remember things. It's easily to forget. If I ask you that, do you remember what are the Four Noble Truths? Many of us, we have heard Noble Truth. But some people can remember, some people cannot remember. So forgetful is a problem for us. Okay. And also sometimes we may remember something, but it's wrong, it's not right, it's not correct. Oh, I thought today you wanted to invite me for lunch, but somehow I remember a wrong time, wrong date. Actually, you said tomorrow, not today. But sometimes we mixed up the information. We remember something which is not correct. Okay. That is another problem. And also, as a human being, have you ever discovered that we easily remember something that is not happy? Okay, and sometimes we forget all the positive experiences and the wonderful moments. Yeah, but something bad happened. Okay, then we remember the experience. So two friends met each other, support each other, and do something to help each other for many years. But suddenly one day, okay, Mr. A says something, okay, maybe disturb Mr. B. Okay, Mr. B was not happy. Do you know that because we continue to remember those negative experiences, negative words, so friendship can be broken. Even I know you for 5 years, 10 years, because I remember something that I do not like. Okay, so we have anger inside us. Continue to remember the experience. We forget those all wonderful experiences. That is another problem. We are easily to remember negative experiences, but not always remember those positive experiences. Okay. And finally, another phenomenon of our minds. That means we are thinking, we are remembering things all the time, but our minds are jumping from here to there. Okay, and so it's not stable. Yeah. Right now I'm sitting here, okay, thinking on something. We don't have the concentration to think on one subject for too long. Mind is moving all the time, so no concentration, no focus. Okay, and that is the obstacle for practice. Okay, if you wanted to meditate, you are going to discover this is the facts of our minds. Then let me move to another subject. What is right mindfulness? What is the meaning of right mindfulness? Normally, a lot of people will say just mindfulness, but in Buddhism, especially in this study on Eightfold Path, everything should be right. When we have a mindfulness, it doesn't mean it is always right. So we have to add another word, right mindfulness. This mindfulness should be right, not developed in the wrong way. Then let's continue to think. What is the meaning of right mindfulness? In my personal understanding about Buddha's teaching, I feel there are 4 categories of right mindfulness. The first one is correctly to remember Buddha's teaching. Correctly to remember the teaching of a Buddha. And do you know the 6 paramitas? Oh, I learned those paramitas. I can correctly remember the contents of paramitas. Okay. Do you know what are the Eightfold Paths? Yes, I can remember all those paths correctly. Okay. So this is the first qualification for right mindfulness, be able to remember the Dharma correctly. Do you know that in the history, sometimes even monks couldn't remember Dharma correctly. Okay, sometimes it does make mistakes. So we have to be mindful and remember the Dharma correctly. This is a part of right mindfulness. The second qualification is be able to remember what do you want to practice in daily life. For example, I wanted to practice loving kindness. Then I should be able to remember loving kindness all the time. Okay, every day, not just once a week. Even, okay, during the dream, I remember I wanted to practice loving kindness. So be able to remember your own practice in daily life for a long, long time, for a period of time, in order to establish loving kindness. If you practice walking meditation, you wanted to remember what time, okay, that I need to practice this, and also remember how to practice walking meditation. So today, I have another very important experience to share to you, that I feel right mindfulness is the connector between understanding and the practices. Today, I bring this to show you. This is understanding, right understanding. This is the practice. Sometimes we separate understanding and practice. We cannot put them together. Now we have right mindfulness. Right mindfulness is the connector to help us to connect the understanding with practices. So in everyday life, we need to remember what do we want to practice and continue on this path. That is the function of right mindfulness. Also, right mindfulness means be able to be aware of the present moment or the present surroundings. Right now, I'm talking to you. My mind is in the present. I should not think in the past. A while ago, I did something. I should not move my mind to the past or moving my mind to the future. I have to be focused on the present in order to deliver the Dharma talk. And also be aware of surroundings. Who's in front of me? What I need to do at this moment. Be able to be in the present moment. Be aware of surroundings. Correctly to do something at this moment. That is another meaning of right mindfulness. Okay. So if a person who has a right mindfulness, the way he talks, the way he does things, he's always under control, knowing what he should say, he should do. Finally, according to Milanda Sutra, I feel this is something we need to learn. Be able to remember positive experiences, not negative experiences. And we wanted to remember something that is beneficial. If something is not beneficial, forget it. Okay. And long time ago, I went to a big band. And I discovered there's a trail. The name of the trail is Lost Mind Trail. I did not know what does it mean. What is the meaning of Lost Mind Trail? But I try to guess. Maybe people walk on this trail, he's going to forget all the worries. That is good. And lost mind, that means you lost, unhappy experience or thinking. But we need to remember how to walk back. You have to remember the way to come back. You cannot forget everything. Okay. So as a Buddhist, in daily life, we always wanted to remind us what I need to remember, what I don't need to remember, in order to develop our happiness. Okay. And also, I wanted to ask you another question. Why we had right effort before right mindfulness and right concentration? Do you remember that last time we discussed right effort? Okay. In my understanding, I feel the sequence of Eightfold Path actually carefully arranged. Yeah. When we talk about right view just like eyes. You wanted to open your eyes before you walk. Okay. So we have right view first, then right thinking, okay, right speech, okay, right action, right livelihood, then right effort. And have you ever thought why we have right effort before right mindfulness and right concentration? In my understanding, I feel because establish right mindfulness and a right concentration are very, very difficult. So before we start to develop right mindfulness, we have to put a lot of effort on it in order to achieve the goal. Without right effort, we cannot achieve right mindfulness and right concentration. A while ago, I did mention that right mindfulness, just like connector, something to connect two things together, just like a switch. You have the power here, but you need to have a switch. That is right mindfulness in order to turn it on, to let the lights shine. Okay. So remember, right mindfulness is the connector between understanding and the practices. Okay. We have to put these two things together. In between, we need to have right mindfulness to tie this together. Don't let it loose. Okay. And finally, I do want to continue to share this thought to you that during this pandemic, we feel it's difficult for everyone. Especially recently, more people got infected, and more people are ill, and more people are passing away. It's difficult for every one of us. Okay. During this time, let's practice right mindfulness. Okay. And you wanted to find a way, be able to observe yourself. So let's practice this. Let's remember this in daily life. You don't want to limit your observation during the sitting meditation or walking meditation. Actually, in every hour's life, in every minute's life, I hope we can observe our body, our feelings, also our mind's thoughts, based on 5 skandhas. Let's use this opportunity to observe our own skandhas: body, feeling, perception, mental formation, and consciousness. by using right view to guide us. I'm doing this every day. Every time when I listen to the news, I try to observe my feelings, my reactions. Okay. When I doing something, I wanted to observe myself. Okay. Am I still calm? Am I still stable? Am I still having a clear mind? Yeah. Every time when I feel there's uncomfortable feeling in my heart or around my body, okay, be aware of it and understand it. Do something to adjust it. So be able to take care of yourself. This is a time for us to develop this ability by using right mindfulness. Always remember what do you want to do? What do you want to achieve? Okay, be able to taking care of yourself properly, healthily, happily. We don't want it to be disturbed by pandemic, by the virus, by all those informations. Okay, we wanted to find a way, make us safely go through this path. Okay. And also, in case you feel you are always worried something is bothering you, you cannot find a solution. Based on my own experience, because in 2013 I was very ill, and physically I couldn't sleep for a few months. I couldn't eat normally without proper eating, without sleep. It was very stressful. Okay. It's difficult. And sometimes you feel maybe you worry about something. I try to check myself. So after some time, I told myself, let me write down those worries. Something I feel I'm not comfortable. Maybe that is disturbing me. So I write it down one by one. Okay. There are about, 6 items. Then after 1 or 2 days, I studied those items. Then I slowly cross them. Yeah, actually, it's not the real problem. Then the second one until the last one. I feel I can eradicate those worries one by one. By through something, some skill, not just thinking. Don't think too much. Write it down. Then study this. After you carefully study those items, then you discover that it's not something you really wanted to think. You wanted to worry. Actually, just a period of time, your mind has this kind of a reaction. It's not real. Okay. Today I'm talking too long. Perhaps I need to rest and also let you rest. So let's remember in everyday life, practice right mindfulness. Thank you.